Hey everybody, welcome back to the Madhouse Podcast. I'm your host, Maddie Smith, here with another amazing episode. We have two amazing comedians in the studio today. It's well, right now I've got my producers in the studio with me, but joining us in a second, we have Mike Cannon and Andy Haynes, two comedians. Mike Cannon's been here before. He's coming here with Andy to promote their Beautiful Boys podcast. Oh, we shoot the shit. We talk shit about basically everything. And then we talk about them being dads and shit and them wanting to kill themselves. It's very lighthearted. So stay tuned for that. Thanks to everyone who's been listening, commenting, subscribing, telling everyone. The Madhouse, what am I trying to say? The Everything But the Ass tour is continues. It continues. This weekend we're coming to Raleigh, okay? Maddie Smith live in Raleigh, North Carolina. 2 shows at the Improv. After that, April 30th, 1 show at Philadelphia Helium Comedy Club. MaddieSmithComedy.com for tickets. Later in the year, I'm talking May, June, July, we're hitting Albuquerque. We're hitting Fort Collins, Colorado. We're hitting Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Bricktown Comedy Club in Oklahoma City. Okay, so that's all coming up. Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Fort Collins, Albuquerque, all coming up. Oh, and Indianapolis in July. MaddieSmithComedy.com. Grab your tickets now. Later in the year, we just added Long Island in October, Belmore, New York Governor's Comedy Club, and some more. So check out MaddieSmithComedy.com. Get your tickets. Merch is flying off the shelves, people. Okay, we got koozies. We got Madhouse hats. We got Maddie Smith, Maddie Boop t-shirts, Maddie with the fatty t-shirts. They're cheaper at the shows than they are online, so bring your ass out and you can get a t-shirt for only $25 instead of $30. And I think that's a deal, okay? So thanks to everyone who came out to shows this past weekend in Milwaukee, Chicago, and Hoboken. We had a great time, and we'll see you this weekend in Raleigh. Stay tuned for Mike Cannon and Andy Haynes.
I really like these things, but I want to say they are pretty impractical, right? We can all agree that this is
we got
an absurd.
Ryan's here. He made them. We got Ryan visiting.
Nice.
He made them. So.
My hat keeps on falling off my eye.
Oh, you made these. This was not you didn't Google Beetlejuice waiting room mic stand.
He made them of like fucking steel, and they're on wheels now too.
That's super impressive.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
Yeah.
God, I look old.
All right, you guys ready?
Gotta head back to Turkey.
Yeah. Tighten things up.
Yep.
Hold that
Can you
face
go
back?
I've never gone to Turkey. I got mine done by Cape May, but I will be going to Turkey, and I think for one of my travel videos, I'm going to do it where I go and then I get the hair plugs, and then I still try to do all the travel things I want to do. So I'm just bleeding out of my head the entire time. Yes, you can go back probably a couple times.
Okay. I mean, I think it looked great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I do want to. I think we're probably a couple years out from being able to just buy other people's hair.
Oh, I thought you were going to say other people's heads.
I thought you were going to say skin.
I don't think all those things are very far. Although the skin, I think, will grow.
Yeah.
Did you see that thing where now they have it almost looks like a foreskin that you slide over a wound?
Okay.
And it has regenerative properties in it where it could turn you into Wolverine.
Okay,
great. It speeds up the healing
That's
process.
so fucking nasty.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We got to put that on my daughter's chooch.
She has a broken...
That thing is constantly just messed up, dude. I don't know what's going on.
Her vagina?
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Why'd you say vagina in a deaf voice?
Because I felt weird.
Just rashes and
Really?
I'm
Good to get that out of the way as a baby.
Yeah, I removed myself from the process, but it is concerning. Sometimes you open up the diaper and you're just like, "Holy hell, lady! What the fuck happened to you?"
So wait, there's a moment in your parenting journey as a father where you're like, all right, this is too much vagina. Mom, you step in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to talk about this a ton
Fair
on the
enough.
podcast. Fair enough. But I'll just say this. You have to put ointments on, and there's sometimes I don't want to put the ointment.
I gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, push
Right.
it. Yeah, no. Well,
Just imagine if you had to draw back your son's foreskin?
I've had to. He has such a tiny dick. He's circumcised, but he has such
Roasted.
a tiny dick that I still have to push it back like I'm a fucking eager young lady.
I'm not cut, so I remember every time I was like a kid and something went wrong with my dick, somebody had to like push back my foreskin. It was so yeah.
Yeah. That's what
I don't mind the foreskin as an adult, but as a child, it was the worst thing that ever happened to
You
me.
have a foreskin?
I do.
How
Yeah.
come
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, how come you weren't
Because
I feel close
I'm
to
a
you
prop.
wearing this turtleneck.
I'm not Catholic like this fucking Mick over
Is
here.
it a Catholic thing to do that?
I
thought
think
it
it's
was
just-
hospitals.
Well, now,
Just cut it
so
off.
it's so funny because things change, man. Each
Yeah.
time that I had a kid, the first time that I had a kid, we had always planned to circumcise just based on the fact that I have a circumcised dick and I don't have the cleaning knowledge, nor I don't even feel like having a different dick than my kid. Like just uniform dicks for the family.
Canon dick?
Canon
Yep.
dick, and I have I've had no
Mike
problems.
Cannon's
This
dick
is a good.
canon.
Yes, it is canon.
It is a one end dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
To it. All right, you get it.
Yeah.
But so then with the set, what were we talking about?
You're-
Damn, this is.
getting-
Okay, so the first one, you
Yeah.
were planning on circumcising, and then something changed.
And then something changed right in the hospital where the first time they told us as a staff, as a medical staff, that this is a process, this is a good medical decision.
Yeah.
Like this is a clean decision. It's all for all that stuff. And they gave us like a medical reasoning for why we should do it.
Mm-hmm.
The second time they're like, I mean, I guess if you want to mutilate your kid, you can.
Wow.
We were like, what the fuck changed
Up to you.
in the hospital
Up to you
with
if you
even just how
choose.
you presenting
If
this?
you choose to get the knife out, that's on you.
That is what it is. You are mutilating. I
Right.
am mutilated. So
Right.
I get it. I totally agree. And the people on the internet are very passionate and frankly troubling about it. But I get it.
I'm just more like cosmopolitan. It's just a European thing. you know?
Right, yeah,
I
you're
spend my
so
summers in the
chic.
south of France.
Yeah. Yes.
And so
Your
Yeah.
dick wears a beret and smokes a cigarette.
Yeah.
I have smoked a cigarette with my urethra.
Yeah.
And
There we go.
Jesus Christ. That lady checked out. She checked out for that joke. That's how bad that joke was.
Oh, no, it's good. Okay, let me introduce you guys.
No, let's keep it going. I want to be absolutely
Everyone's wondering
nuts.
who these mysterious men talking about their child's vaginas. And
Everybody knows my nasal
circumcision.
drawl.
There it is. It's from the Beautiful Boys podcast.
Yes.
A couple comedians, couple yokers, Mike Cannon and Andy Haynes.
Hi.
Let's go, you guys.
I'm filling in the applause.
We got the whole studio clapping
Yeah.
for you.
And look at us wearing offset. We had no idea this
We
was your
didn't plan
color
this.
scheme.
No.
Right.
We
I
didn't know that each of us were going to match
I
to
know.
one of the colors.
Yeah, you guys look like the Wiggles over there.
This is so aggressive, but I like it.
It is.
And I'm really impressed by the fact that you built it
It-
as somebody that can't build shit.
It went better with our old studio when we had a whole setup, but
Yeah.
now that it's at gas, it's,
I think it works.
You think so?
This kind of looks like any other employee's kind of skirting around these parts.
Yeah.
So.
Like, really, that's Harrington and that's Blind Mike.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
That's good.
I'm happy you guys are here.
We're happy to be here.
Andy, you look stressed over there. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. That's just my face. I constantly,
Yeah.
the second I start disassociating, I think about
Right.
like a time in like 2014 where I was high and I did something awkward to
Yeah.
the head of NBC's development, Whenever I check out, that's just me thinking about a time in LA
Yeah.
where I was like, I botched a general or, something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Dude,
Absolutely.
every once in a
Absolutely.
while, usually right before I go to bed, my eyes will flash open
Mm-hmm.
and I'll remember this one meeting with IFC and like 6 executive women.
Mm-hmm.
And right before we all sat, I go, "We're really doing this, huh, gals?"
Yeah. Hilarious. And was it crickets?
Oh, of course
Absolute
it was.
crickets.
Yeah.
Gotta love
That's
it.
great.
They didn't even get that I was kidding.
Right.
They
Yeah.
were like,
Right.
"What the fuck?"
Yeah.
It was just, immediately ruined
Yeah,
everything.
I'll have that with remembering like bombs on showcases.
Oh, yeah.
Where it just talking right over my punchlines.
Oh, yeah.
Speeding through material.
Yeah.
From like 2017. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
You
2010.
fucking idiot.
I did New Faces, and I slayed the first night, and then the second night was industry night,
Mm. Yeah.
and I fucking ate a fucking hot one.
Damn.
And it was like one of those things where I was like, went up to my manager afterwards. She was like big, at the time the pretty people wanted to represent me, and
Yes.
I was like, what do you think? And she was just like, you did great. and then just walked away.
Oh God. There's nobody less capable of their job than a manager. Like after you've done even just middle of the road.
Yeah, they're
Like
the biggest skin suits in the world.
They have
Totally
no
agree.
fucking ability. Like their whole job is supposed to be interpersonal communication,
And
somehow
they
it
can't.
goes to everybody that's on the furthest point of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Well, they only
How is that their whole jobs? And yet, when I had a manager and he was working with clubs, I would go to the club and they would think that I'm a bitch because of how my manager talked to them.
Yeah.
How are you?
Maddy actually demands 3
Literally.
cups halfway filled
His
with
rider
Gatorade.
was like, Maddy requires a security person
Right.
outside. And I didn't even know my rider had that language in it.
That's
and I would
fun.
get to clubs and they would be fearful of me.
Yeah.
And he would be like, I think it's good to like flex a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's like a power move to
These
request all this
fucking
stuff.
idiots.
I'm like, my ticket sales are 12, 14, 16.
I'm so.
And you gotta fucking
It annoys me so much. It makes me want to fucking do Walden Pond, to like move to
absolutely.
fucking Maine and just
Yeah.
like whittle all day long when
Yes.
people are like, you gotta act like you have it before you have it. I'm like,
yeah.
shut the fuck up.
It's a flex.
Stop it, you fuckers.
Shut the fuck up.
Do you know how
Bang
weird
the
it
drum.
is? How weird it is to walk into a club. Like I was so pumped to get into Laugh Boston and headline there for a weekend
Yes.
and really excited. And the first night I got there, they handed me like a tray of 30 sandwiches. And they're like, per your rider. And I
No
was like,
way.
I don't have a rider.
What? Yeah. So how did they get that info?
I don't know. And I imagine, I guess, or
Yeah.
somebody. And then they were like, so do you want like new sandwiches tomorrow?
Right,
Or like,
we did a
I was like,
whole
I'm good.
assortment.
I'll order off your menu.
Yeah, I'll get the chicken fingers. Wow.
I've only done Last Boston once, and it was with my old manager, the one that we were just talking
Mm-hmm.
about. And I get done. I was stoked. I sold like 150 tickets,
Yeah.
and I don't sell a lot
Yeah.
anywhere besides Seattle. And I was stoked. And then I get to the like manager's office, settle up, and it was somehow in this deal,
Mm-hmm.
I walked away with $15. And I went back to the email, and my manager was like, "Yeah, the deal's pretty bad, but I think we should take it." And it was just like
Was that like a door deal and they took all the expenses and
something
stuff?
like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then after that, it was like I had to look at every single.
Of
fucking,
course, yeah, because now you're paranoid and you got to go over everything item by item.
And it's so stupid because it's like I email these clubs and they don't give me shit for a guarantee almost ever, because I'm not with anybody. But it's always so easy to delegate with them. And
Yeah.
it just makes you think like these people have this job where they take
Yeah.
10% of your income and you're like,
Yeah,
this is just email,
it's emailing.
but not being a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Anyways, that wasn't very funny. A lot of
No,
emotions came out just there.
I
How about a podcast about how to make all the wrong decisions?
Yeah, right. They listen to these podcasts too, by the way.
I hope they do.
They listen to ours.
Yeah. Of course. No, I know yours in particular.
Yeah.
I've heard.
And I've been on pods since.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Since. I've been on pods since, and people in the industry are like, heard you on this pod, heard you on this.
No kidding.
Loved what you said on. Yeah, because they're trying to.
Loved what you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
I mean, great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Freak
Thanks.
show. Freak show.
That's pretty
I can't
crazy
do it
because I
anymore.
have a pretty strong spec script right now. That's crazy they're listening because
Yeah.
it's like a real, I think it's really strong.
I have a good
and,
reel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love
just
to be in
brought
some
on-
acting.
Yeah. It's crazy that we're gossiping about this.
Yeah, I'd love to branch out. I do have a pilot. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's
yeah.
ready. It's all punched up and stuff.
I honestly, I can't believe we're even having the same conversation because when I look at your social numbers, I just figure that you get like flown in places and they pick you up in the Escalade.
It's all a farce.
Yeah.
Some I'll say I'm like middle. Like I'm not like someone who posts and sells out immediately.
Yeah.
But I would say by the weekend it's
It's decent.
a good amount, but
Yeah.
it takes a lot of pushing. I don't have any natural like announcing.
I think
Maddie
that's kind
Smith.
of
My
I think
push
that's
is-
more truth than the other thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of the other thing really
Like
exists.
small amount,
I
yeah.
think like Shane is the one person that I know that can
Yeah.
post a story to a coliseum
Yeah.
and sell out several other countries.
He could sell out Gibraltar.
Literally.
You could just write
Yeah.
Gibraltar and the
Yes.
flights would sell out.
Yeah.
The ferry would be sold out from Spain.
True, yeah. But, I think my following and my socials, I don't know. Because I'll get to clubs and they'll be like, we definitely thought there was going to be more tickets sold.
I fucking hate these people when I get so many like a manager of a club being like, this is crazy. Usually this weekend is like an easy sell, but we are like at a third of tickets. And I'm like, great, buddy. Awesome.
It definitely my name has repelling abilities. Like, it's nothing to do with you or the groundswell of local support or any kind of awareness on your end. It has 100%. They saw my face and decided not this weekend, the one that I always go out on.
I'm glad we joined forces because it's kind of like
no, trust me, I want to Luigi most club owners and it's most situated. It's the most frustrating thing, and I mean that in spirit. I don't mean that in actually going through with it.
Hey, let's talk about him. Let's
he doesn't
talk
book me.
about him.
I don't know him.
Yeah.
Well, he's a weirdo.
Yeah.
He fired me from a weekend for saying don't use the N-word.
To who? Him?
Yeah.
Why? He says it?
He was that weekend.
Really?
Yeah, he was saying it, and I was like, hey, could you chill? And he goes, all right. And then the next day they called me, and they were like, we don't actually need you for the rest of the weekend.
No way.
I mean, it was a feature.
We don't need any fun police.
Yeah, so sorry to say don't use the N-word.
Yeah.
I know that's pretty egregious.
Yeah. Pushing it.
Yeah.
Pushing it.
I mean, that's up there with Sagalo signing the wall at Comics as a crazy
Fire.
feature
One
flex.
of the best.
Fire.
One of the best. By the way, Mike
Amazing story.
Cannon, April 25th and 26th at Uncasville.
Yeah,
Let's go.
24th through the 26th.
Let's
Don't
go.
worry, I'll be
You
there.
got the Thursday?
I did.
God damn.
I'll be there.
Love that.
I actually asked them to add it because it's my father's birthday, and I wanted to make sure I was out of town.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry, Dad.
Nice.
Sorry, Frank.
No, no, it's Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Kevin.
I was
That's
picturing-
such
I
a
was picturing
despicable
him. Yeah.
dad name.
Yeah. Kevin, there's no good Kevins. There's almost like across the board, any Kevin that you know, there's
One
like a
good
pretty
Kevin
big problem.
is the actor. I can't think of his. Can somebody Google the Kevin that's
Spacey.
like? Yes.
He's
Love
innocent.
him.
He's
Love
a
his
Kevin-
work.
one.
I can't think of his name.
Gay.
He's like in all the SVUs and
Kevin.
he's really like swarmy.
Kevin Kane?
No, Kevin Kane is he's actually
Oh, he's a random.
friends with Amy Schumer.
Oh, interesting.
Love that name drop.
Well, no, because my wife had to make out with him a bunch on her show.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
I'd remember that name too.
Nice.
What a weird one to throw out there.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
That's triggering Andy. Look at him.
Whoa. No,
Disassociating
I'm
again.
actually hard.
No, I loved it.
Yeah. Anyways, I always hold up his headshot next to my daughter's face to make sure that I go.
Oh, yeah. There's Kane's nose.
Fuck, that's him.
That's him. There's Kane. There's Kane. Okay, so tell me about your guys' podcast. What's going on? Beautiful Boys.
Yeah. Andy and I asked Andy to do a podcast. I was looking to do a new one. And I think Andy's fucking hilarious. His stand-up is great.
Fire.
I took the gun out of my mouth. I said, "What?"
Hold on. Text incoming from Mike Cannon. We're good.
I also, and I don't know if you have this, you may, but I assume, like, I didn't realize that Andy and I didn't know each other all that well.
Right.
Because we're in comedy, so I assume because I like his social media, we're friends on
Right.
that level already. And then I double assume that because I'm really good friends with Rosebud, that he's automatically my best friend.
Right.
So I just asked him, being like, you want to continue this best friendship on a
Right.
recorded medium?
He said, "Who are you?"
And then in the middle of our J.C. Penney photo shoot, where I had like my hot asshole resting on his lower back, he just turned to me and was like, "This is our first time hanging out."
Yeah, it was our very
That's
first
great.
time ever hanging out.
That's great.
But it occurred to me too, because I thought that we knew each other really well. You know, Mike had been to the house. I'd met his kids, and then all of a sudden it was just like, "Oh wait, I don't know you at all.
Yeah.
You're so warm."
You're a stranger.
Yeah, I have a hot
I
chakra.
can feel your bussy radiating.
Oh, yeah.
My
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
root chakra has plutonium pulsating out of it at all times.
Yeah, it's whatever that bald guy that always talks about why bros should have anal sex. Do you know what I'm talking
Oh
about?
yes, I do. Who that? The one who's obsessed with his son on the ass, having his son on son in his asshole.
No, the pineal guy.
Oh.
He just did something with like Segura and them.
Oh, I
for
thought.
one
Oh yeah, he's like trying to maximize his life, right?
No,
Like-
that's the guy who's taking his son's blood.
That's-
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of good people out
This
there.
guy's
I think I know.
insane, and
Yeah.
he's constantly talking about how bros should
I have
fuck
sunned
each other in the ass.
Yeah.
I have sunned my asshole. I want that. Like I did it as a goof. You ever do something
How'd it
where you're
feel?
like, buddy, it's charging you on some level.
Like, what do you mean?
They-
Like, you walked away like you took an Adderall or
It
something?
felt like when you put your phone on one of those like discs
Yes.
that charges it, it almost feels like you're not charging it, but somehow you take your phone back and it's 95%.
charged. Yeah.
That's how I felt, where I was like, I don't get what's going on. There's a heating happening, and it's not only affecting the zone, it's affecting everything.
Right.
This is basically what the podcast is.
Yeah.
It's like a shut-in from Rockland County found like Whole Foods
Yes.
and had never been to a grocery store.
Absolutely.
It's literally half
Yeah.
of the podcast.
I
is
just
my-
heard about chia seeds.
Yeah.
Where'd you do the sunning? In your backyard?
In my backyard, and I have.
That's so insane. If your neighbors saw that,
Yeah.
I think my neighbor Frank did see.
Yeah.
did your wife kind of witness?
No,
this?
she wasn't home.
Oh, okay.
So this was during nap time. I have a young kid now. I have a 7-month-old who
Tell me
takes
about
like
tell me about the thought process that goes.
the thought process was I just took a cold plunge
Okay.
Right? Because you have a cold plunge.
because
back
I have a
now.
cold plunge.
Yeah.
I got into that. I mean, talk about bro science. I have no idea the science about it or anything like that. I did it because my friend started an apparel line, John
Because
Fatigate.
Bert Kreischer was doing it.
Yeah, I started it because
So,
Bert Kreischer
the epitome of health.
and all those other people were doing it.
Yeah.
But no, he had shorts. He asked me to film a video. I did it. It's the first time I wasn't depressed in like a month.
After the cold plunge.
After the cold
Okay.
plunge. So I kept doing it, and I'm such a head case that it's the only thing that made me live in the 3D world.
Okay.
So I just kept fucking doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why I do it. And then I did it this one day. My wife's at work. My son is sleeping. Nobody is around, I thought, or I still don't know. I can't confirm.
Doesn't matter.
And I just dropped trow, opened up, and for 3 minutes
You stood and you
charged
bent over?
up.
Or did you do Happy Baby?
I did the downward dog
Wow.
with actually alternating
With your whole
cheek spread. So I
What?
would do it with one arm on occasion. Yeah,
Okay.
it felt like a mobility
Little dead
exercise as
bug.
well.
Yeah.
But
Wow. Or bird dog.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's a lot better than doing. Is dead bug the one on your back where you put your
That's
legs
the back,
up?
and then bird dog is
yes.
double arms.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Almost feels
Yeah, because
like
if I was
that.
a neighbor
Yeah.
and I came around the corner and I saw you with like you on your back with your legs up, that would be like, okay, we got to call somebody.
Well, that
Yeah.
just feels like you're inviting somebody to do
Yeah.
something to
Like,
you.
Oh, I found your
Absolutely.
Craigslist ad.
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
waiting.
Like, you put your asshole out, like, that's waiting for someone to shoot it with a gun.
Yeah.
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 We meant more in the gay sex kind of thing, but yeah.
If I walked by a man and I would shoot him in the asshole.
I think my neighbor are more
'Cause he
than
wants me
likely to shoot me in the asshole than to fuck it.
Yeah.
I
That's-
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also coming just from the cold into the direct heat.
Right.
I don't know if it was I don't know what outweigh. It's like, getting drunk and high where you're like, I'm not sure which one is
Keeping
doing
it
the
in
heavy
the
lifting
yeah.
right now, but I'm feeling so euphoric that it's almost like a cosmic me moving through the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Love a cosmic.
Love a
me.
cosmic me. Love a cosmic. No, would you ever sun your asshole like that? Or?
Yeah, I do any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do any of the wellness shit. I've tried so many things
Yes.
not to be here.
I mean, that's all it means is like it's desperation. That's all it represents
Right,
is like
yeah.
I'm clearly searching for an answer to kind of, make whatever's going on in here okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've done all of the. I'm trying to think if I've been close to cults, like where people in kind of things that I was doing were like tried to get me to do Landmark Forum or something
yeah,
like that.
I almost got
What's
invited
that?
to
Me
Landmark
too.
as well. Yeah.
Landmark Forum is. Did you ever watch The Americans?
No.
Well, it used to be in like the 70s and 80s called something. It was called EST, and it's like a self-empowerment workshop, the kind of thing where you all get together in a room and then two people talk and they break each other down.
Yeah.
But it's also got like a mid-level marketing kind of aspect to it.
Yeah.
And
Sounds
my
like
dad,
Scientology.
it's
yeah,
close.
It's close. It's cult. Yeah.
My dad got caught up in it.
Really?
And it was so funny because he was like, I think I'm going to do this thing called the Landmark Forum. And we were like, Dad, that's a cult. And it's not even a cult as much as it's just a Ponzi scheme.
It is, yeah.
And then we like sent him multiple articles,
Yes.
article after article. Here's them getting sued by the Justice
Yes.
Department. And then he was like, well, I'd like to make my own opinion.
I'll do my own research.
So he goes, and then like 2 days later, we get a call from him, and it's like, Hey, Andy, I just wanted to let you know about how wonderful the experience I've had at the Landmark Forum has been. It was like very clearly
Yes.
coached.
Like someone has a gun to his head.
Yeah, and then
while
2
he's
days
saying
later
it.
he calls us and he's like, "It's a cult. It's fully a cult. Guys were completely right." I'm still gonna go to a couple micro decompressions, but
Just so they don't get mad.
That sucks when you like find something that works, but then the organization around it is a full fucking cult.
Yeah.
Like even those micro things that could have benefited him, he's like, oh, this is so good. Or even being clear in that moment, and like holding something, even if it's a placebo, it might work for you, but you have to then be involved in the
I mean, that's
organization
religion.
at large.
Religion
Ugh.
has a good message, but then you're involved in.
I know. Yeah, little boy tickling.
did you grow up? Did you grow up Catholic?
Yes, I did.
Nice. Where are you from?
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yep.
Hard city.
Oh yeah.
Hard
It's
city.
fucked up there.
I don't.
It
yeah.
snows so much.
I'm so privileged in where I come from.
Yeah, Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, I just grew up with like gentle Pan-African dance nights, you
With
know,
drum circles.
at Unitarian churches, you know.
Mothers wearing caftans.
Yeah.
And
That is the city
Children
of
running
Buffalo's
about.
nightmare.
Just
Yes, it is.
remember Bobby talking about how woke Buffalo was? It Rochester?
Oh, Rochester. Yeah.
Rochester's woke now.
Yeah,
dude.
okay,
you can't
Bobby.
even walk around. You can't even be.
can't even exist.
Yeah, it was like.
You can't even beat gay kids to death anymore, dude.
stinks. You can't yell at black kids for being black kids.
It was literally like. It started because we said. Why didn't you go to the Super Bowl party at the Cellar or something like that? And he was like, "It's too fucking woke now." We were
What
like,
does that even mean?
"What do you mean?" It meant that there was like gay and black people there, and
Yeah. Way too fucking woke. Get Alex English out of my face.
yeah.
I mean, I guess
We love Bobby, by the way, but
Of course.
love Bobby. Love Bobby. Yeah, you had more of like a hippy dippy. Did you ever see the movie Planet Janet?
yeah.
It's like, I feel like that's
You know the
Yeah.
mom from About a Boy, the original?
yes.
My mom wasn't that mom
Yeah.
because she was just staring into the bottom of a bottle of Chardonnay most of my life. But she was looking at her checkbook, which used to
Right.
balance by sighing
Yes.
every night through a Chardonnay bottle.
Yeah, a little telescope.
Balanced by sighing, man.
That's great.
Fucking beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
great. So your mom was alcoholic? Was your dad an
No,
alcoholic?
my mom
Oh.
wasn't even like technically an alcoholic because it was just like she just always had a glass of wine. I guess she could have been, but
Right.
it wasn't like blacking out or missing anything.
It was just a low hum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Desperation.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's always 0 to 60
My
for me.
alcoholism is like if I drink, I'm trying to like finger one of the guys in here as a prank. I'm like, let's see which of this glass is breakable.
Yes, me too.
My tongue immediately gives up. I have like even more. I feel like enunciate. Like
Yeah.
I just talk
Yeah.
like this instantly, and then eventually I'm so ashamed I fall asleep.
Okay.
That's my entire booze trajectory.
wow.
beautiful.
I'm like
Yeah.
Andy. I get hype. I start making out with everyone.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flirting.
That was. I mean, but even when I was on coke, I would like. That what booze and like coke and all that shit did was give me something to focus on besides wanting to kill myself. So like the problem is on the other side of it is wanting to kill yourself even more.
I know.
Yeah.
But like when I was coked up, I was never like
Right.
telling stories all that much. I'm sure I had my moments, but like for the most part, I was like try to look normal.
yeah.
I would just be like glaring like
Pretty
fucking
cool.
like Mark Wahlberg and
Yeah.
Boogie Nights,
Yeah.
just staring off for 90 seconds directly into the camera.
Do kids now? Because I grew up in a period of time where you could go to jail for weed, and now it's like almost legal
Yeah.
everywhere. Do they still get paranoid? Because my whole
Like smoking.
yeah, like most
Yeah.
of my weed experiences until I was in my late 20s were like everybody knows I'm high,
Yeah.
and I don't know if they do that anymore.
I don't know because
That might not even be a part of the experience.
Yeah, because when we would smoke, you're already scared because you're out in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
It's the only place the cops won't come.
Maybe like weed paranoia and also like getting caught with porn are two adolescent life experiences that are kind of like
And also
gone.
Also getting gay bashed.
True. Yeah.
That's
I bet in some
I mean,
areas
it's
that's
happening
still-
still. From where both of you are from, it's happening.
Absolutely.
But
When you're an adult too.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
just
yeah,
kids. But yeah, they're definitely more. Even if you post like clips and stuff of that's gay, they'll comment. The young kids will comment, say cringe, unfriendly humor.
Unfriendly humor?
Yeah, they don't use the word fat anymore.
Yeah.
Like someone, I was talking to young girls, they said like the F word about fat. She was like, I feel like the F word right now.
That sucks.
They're all going to get fat because they're not calling each other fat, by the way.
Meanwhile, I took my son to a game the other night, a Harlem Wizards versus like the alumni of our high school, and he was just making an observation. He's like, he looks at my wife and he goes, is this black versus white? and my wife looked at the court and she was like, it wasn't scheduled to be that.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah, but
that's the way it felt.
That's an observation that yes, everybody happens to be white on that team and everybody happens to be black.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's great. So you guys just started doing the podcast.
Yeah.
Is it going good? Would you say you're friends now?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I dive into things real quick though.
You guys are similar because you have one kid, right?
Yeah.
You have two now.
I have two. Yeah.
So your kids play together?
They have been in the same room.
Yeah.
They have.
His son is 5,
He's
so
older, yeah.
Yeah.
he just wants to punch Mike in the balls.
Yeah.
He's like in that thing. I watched him. We went to the zoo this weekend, and he's fully in that phase of like, he doesn't have full control over his body, but every now and again he'll be like, ugh, and I can see him feel like a superhero, and then he just takes off. Like he's just taking a new toy out for a ride. Like he just has this new ability to run and do all this shit. So he's all over the place, and his daughter's younger. So it's hard to merge those worlds of crawling and empathy mixed with just,
He's wilding.
Yeah,
But my
savage.
daughter is like a full-on unit too. So she's not like she could probably withstand some abuse.
Yeah.
But my daughter has taken some spills over this last year. She has got a noggin and she is just full on
Top
into
heavy.
everything.
Yeah. The cool thing about kids, top heavy, is they all lead with the most precious thing that they have,
Yeah.
which is their skull. My son was like diving headfirst into that corner because it looked sharp.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, that looks interesting. I'm gonna see if I
crack
can
it
embed
open.
my skull on that.
Yeah, my daughter's found like every single hard surface in our home. That's how we do it. Like we don't just do the water test of like seeing where the cracks are. My daughter's like, I'll be this.
Right. I'll do the water test. Yeah.
I'll be the water.
Does it make you guys nervous, or are you like, fuck it, let him run
Yes.
free? Yeah.
Makes me very. I think when you have a second kid, you kind of relax a little bit.
Right.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, I'm relaxed in the sense that I'm aware that there's many things that are out of my control, and worrying about it would be futile. But it doesn't change the fact that like I grew up the way I grew up and require control over a lot of situations, including my own emotions, and have none over any of it. And so it'll fuck me up.
Yeah.
Can I go back to something? I did want to say, you were talking about those comments about like unfriendly and all that. The comments that I get, because I've been doing a lot of like posts that are about like, how I don't hate trans people or something like that. Like that's like my jokes. I have some jokes about like, you're a ninny if you care about trans athletes or something like that. And the new comment that I hate the most is the conservative guy that's also the philosopher,
Hate.
like just
Hate.
this new guy who's, I got a fucking paragraph. The problem with safe humor like this is it doesn't challenge the Socratic, fuck you,
Hate.
you fucking loser.
Motherfuckers talk about the Socratic method.
He's got a
on
window
a
washing
30-second clip.
Yeah, he's got a window washing business, and because he got a new truck, he thinks that he's fucking Jordan Peterson.
Yep.
Dude, every day I hope for a solar flare. Just a massive fucking off the sun,
Take 'em
fucking
all
wipes
out.
the grid.
Yep.
And I mean, I'll probably die first, but at least it'll be quick.
I do want to die in a mass extinction event.
Yeah.
I
It
think
seems
that'd be
so much
great.
holding hands.
Take us all at once.
Yeah.
And then
I got guns, dude.
No,
so just come up.
Come on. Hey.
No, it's fine. I do.
You got a lot? You got
No,
big
they're not
supply?
mine. They're my
Oh.
father-in-law's. But he'd teach me in a
In a second.
in a second.
I've
in a
actually shot a
second.
lot of guns
Me
for
too.
a pansy.
I probably shot a gun once, not for me. Fell right back.
I don't like
Too
it.
much strength.
It's
But
scary.
Yeah,
I
it
think I
is.
could handle myself in some kind of hostage siege
I
situation.
don't think I
Do you
could.
do this when you shot the gun? Because my imagination and also OCD is such that, like, as soon as I shot it, I pictured the heat, the velocity, and the force ripping through somebody's body. Like the bullet actually fucking tearing somebody's shoulder
Yeah.
directly
Yeah,
off,
yeah.
and what that would look like from the bullet's perspective. And I was like, huh. like came out of it and was all fucking weird.
Ew, that was weird.
Yeah.
Mine
Yeah.
was just like, ow, ow, that hurts. It's so strong.
It's so strong and loud.
I shot
Yeah.
a 454 Cassell one time, which is the largest handgun you can buy.
Okay.
That's cool.
It's for shooting bears. I was in Alaska.
Okay.
And you had to shoot it with like two hands. It was the most terrifying thing in the world because they're like, if you don't use all of your strength, the gun is going to fly back and hit you in the face like this. I don't like them.
Why'd you do that? Were you out camping in Alaska and you had to get a gun in case?
I was in Alaska I spent like a month out there after I graduated from high school.
Really?
Yeah. My friends were like
Cool.
homesteaders and they had a bunch of land.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's who I follow now on TikTok. Will Survives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dudes like that. I love
Yeah.
homesteaders,
Yeah.
man.
YouTube videos.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
I'm constantly looking at upstate kind of escape plans.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that's why, like, solar flare, I'm not necessarily hoping for it, but I do have some ideas,
Yeah.
you know, for if and when it happens.
I think climate change, a lot of places will be underwater.
Yeah.
The thing that bothers me is I just don't think that we're ever going to get to have like the satisfaction of like, I told you, you know, like,
No.
Oh,
it's
no, because
not
we're
in our-
dead
it's gonna
first.
be
We're on the coast.
Yeah.
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 I want to be able to talk to the commenters, you know, that told me I was being a bitch about
Yeah,
climate
libtard.
change and vaccines.
Yeah.
And I would be like, okay, so what about this cholera outbreak that's happening in the underwater cities?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're going to
Thoughts?
be, you know, they're
Thoughts?
just going to put a gun in my face and take my water and then
Yeah.
use my
It's gonna be
body
the purge
as
by then.
fuel.
Pleasure.
Yeah, a pleasure.
They won't care. Yeah, comments suck. Comments suck.
They should.
I'd be deleting comments. I don't care.
You do.
It's not good for my
I
my
always-
business.
I always
Yeah.
make the mistake of just commenting like earnestly, like,
Yeah.
well, I'll have you know, good
You-
sir, and like, what
yeah.
the fuck am I doing? This person,
I did
you know,
see you have an interaction
Yeah.
with a young lady
Yeah, yeah.
recently. And I was like,
So
that's
stupid.
so
Why
very
did I
It's
do
sweet.
so
that?
funny.
Then I look at her page; she's totally mentally ill.
Of
It's like
course she was.
mentally ill.
Courtney Love without the success.
Yeah,
you know, like,
yeah.
I looked
Yeah.
at her page.
Totally mentally
too.
ill. They always have like the same selfie like 16 times in a row.
Yes. From under the chin.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
just so much of her fucking whiskery acne
Yeah,
showing.
one like.
Oof.
yeah,
And here I am up
And
in
it's her.
arms about what they're saying.
trying to like write like a poem.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's like I get mad when it's a guy who's like 10 years younger than me saying like women.
Yeah, yeah,
Women. I'm like,
Yeah.
you can't talk to me like that.
yeah.
I'm
an
your fucking
adult.
elder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The brutal part is I agree with everybody's negative assessment of me.
Yeah, that's
So
Yeah, that's anxiety. Being like,
that's the
being
biggest
like,
problem.
Yep,
when the guy.
that they're saying what I think of myself. I knew I was true. I knew I was right.
I've told Mike this. We talked about it on the pod probably a couple times. This guy I went after. I went.
Oh, yeah.
I was not being eloquent. I was just calling people fat and
Yeah.
stupid and stuff like that in replies. And I said like, "Shut up, you fat idiot,"
Yeah.
to this guy, and he responded with, "You are the only person in the world that's ever made the Dan Soder podcast unfunny." And I was just like,
Oh my! See, that's why you can't comment back because they got something waiting.
Yeah, it was the most.
Yeah.
It was the most. I think I sat down,
Yeah.
but not even. I think I sat down on the floor. You know, like I think
Yeah.
I was like, "Whoa, all right,
Yeah.
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 reevaluate." I went to my LinkedIn page and re-updated.
Yeah. Available for administrative work.
Yeah, I'm back.
You just go back to the gun range.
Yeah. Yeah.
I shot a 50 caliber sniper rifle
That sounds.
Really?
from my stomach at a bachelor party.
What?
It was fucking awesome.
You weren't sober.
I was actually, but when we shot, we had to be. We couldn't drink for
Okay.
that, and then
Okay.
we got like hammered at the lodge after.
Let's
but
go.
It's my wife's step family has like there's a branch of them that are very 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 well
Branch
off.
Davidians.
Yeah. Branch Davidians, and they had like took everybody shooting. We shot that. We shot like I remember shooting some sort of rifle where they said the same thing about using all of your strength, and I was like, sure. And I didn't, and it kicked, hit me in the mouth, and chipped my tooth.
Oh my God.
Like, it was such a fucking insane thing. But that 50 cal
I want to
thing,
do the snipe. I really want to snipe.
it feels...
The scene from The Accountant
Yeah.
where he's got the grapefruits or the watermelons.
I
want to do that, but with... I don't know.
People.
Humans.
Jeff Dye. Tyler Fisher.
Yeah,
one of
just
those
couple,
guys.
Just a couple,
No, Jeff's really nice to me. I don't want to kill it.
Nice guys. We're joking.
Maybe some of the Kill
We're
Tony
nice.
regulars. I don't know.
Dude,
Yeah.
I have a secret. I started watching Kill Tony a month ago.
No kidding. Regularly.
I'm a little bit hooked.
You like it?
Only because it's a circus.
Well, I bet it's gotta be-
I'm intrigued by the circus.
I haven't watched, but I'm like, I've seen the clips, and it's entertaining. It's
It
really
is
great, and I
entertaining.
totally understand how it appeals to everybody. I don't think it's like going anywhere. I think it's
I don't-
like
No.
it's
I
gonna
don't
be
actually have
massive.
a problem with the show.
Yeah.
I just have I guess the problem is the people that it's elevated. I don't even care about Tony. Like
Right.
Tony, I didn't have a problem with Tony until like I thought it was lame that he did the whole Trump thing, but
yeah,
it's
that's
also
never
goes into his kind of like mythology. But all the other the regular guys that are like like their like closer is like I raped a blind girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a hilarious.
Which is actually brave comedy.
It
now.
is.
And,
That's
actually
that's opening up the Socratic
that's like
method.
if you read Seneca
Yeah.
and you do an intermittent fasting, that's actually
Right.
brave.
Yeah.
That's actually philosophy.
Yeah, it is. That's philosophy right there,
Yeah.
and I can appreciate that
Yeah.
sort of digging deep.
Sorry,
I did.
I'm airing grievances.
I did I was in Vancouver. I did like the JFL there, and the guy headlining the show before me was the one on Kill Tony who he speaks through his phone. He can't talk.
I didn't know.
So-
Wait, he was headlining?
Yeah, he had. Yeah,
That's what this
Yeah.
does now.
he's headlining.
Is I would show up and there would be 4 tickets that had been refunded. And a guy that literally has to get around in an iron lung would
Yeah.
have sold out the stadium down
Yeah.
the street because
And
of the show.
And I go, I'm like, to him, I'm like, do you live in Austin? He's like, yes. And then I say, oh, cool. I'll be there April 4th. I'm doing Creek. And he's like, I'll be at Bridgestone Arena.
Oh shit! God, flex.
Wow.
Yeah, bitch.
Flexing on him.
I'm like, oh, cool.
Damn.
Doing Kill Tony.
Yeah, doing the Kill Tony regulars.
I can't
Yeah.
believe. I mean, it is this tool, which is crazy. Like, people will be able to buy houses and retire because of the Kill Tony show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I cannot believe that I have friends who are of the same kind of stature as I am. Not that it's very great, but that are like trying to get on. Not on
they're
the
not- to
not
do a
on the
minute?
panel. Yeah,
to do a minute. Yeah, I've
Like,
heard. Yeah,
I've
people
met
say
like comics who like are
go down and do a
headliners.
minute.
Yeah, and
What?
I'm like, are you kidding me?
I think I would bomb if I did a
I
minute.
would
Yeah,
bomb. I would.
yeah.
bomb my
I would bomb and also quit.
Yeah,
I would bomb and quit.
I would
yeah.
kill myself on stage.
That will be the way I kill myself publicly.
Absolutely.
Is my first and final.
Wait, that
Kill
would be
Tony
good.
experience.
Yeah.
I think
would
that's
just-
actually
he
what I
calls
want.
your name, you start wiping out the gun.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go.
bring the 50 cal. I just put it right in the roof of my mouth.
That's what
and
I want.
fucking New Year's Eve confetti
Let's
right in
go.
MSG.
That's what
Tony's
I,
like, wow. A
very powerful.
Powerful.
A very powerful.
red band. Do we
Michael Cannon.
have with the kill?
Wow.
But I think that's what we should do is that we should go on the show, kill ourselves, and then sell out arenas where they just literally drag our bodies
Yeah.
and they throw our rotting carcasses
Yes.
on top of each
Absolutely.
other. And all the pig slop eaters go, "Yeah! Mom sold her part of her retirement savings to send me here.
And then our wives get the money.
Yeah, yeah. But we will sell out. We'll sell out theaters. It'll just be. They'll dump our bodies in more creative ways, and then they all
Yeah.
get to take a piss on us. Yeah,
Et cetera, et cetera.
that's the meet
Yeah.
and greet. They get to take a piss
Yeah.
on our carcass.
yeah.
That I like.
Neat.
Yeah.
human meat.
It's just a pile of us. They
I feel
piss
like you're
on.
trying to get to these cards, and I keep on being like,
Oh, no,
I have
no,
a problem
no.
with something else.
Another one of the most fervent fan bases.
These are just questions. Fucking, you think your kids are gonna be on social media?
Just had this conversation the other day. We're
What are
trying
you
to.
thinking? I would say no phones till 18. That's
I would
how do
like.
it.
I would like to think that that's possible. It's not. She'll have a phone secretly by the time she's 14. So there's got to be a way, like a damage control kind
Right.
of situation. But I would like to figure out a way to protect her because I am a 42-year-old man that is every day just blindsided with pain by social media. And so a child, I can't imagine is going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm in the same boat. I think I also want to like really impress upon my son, and hopefully this will relegate it as uncool. But I want to be like, I'm on social media.
Yeah.
Like I'm all over that bitch.
Yeah.
How uncool is that? Like,
Yeah.
why do you want to
Why do you
swim in
wanna
the
be on
same
there?
waters as your old man?
Yeah,
Find some,
that's
go
good.
out there, find something new.
That is
Yeah.
smart.
Be cool.
I think
Yeah.
there'll probably be something so revolutionarily different by that time, though.
Yeah, I think
which is,
so.
You know, they'll be like wearing helmets, like finger banging on Roblox or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, there's probably going to be some sort of chip mandatory installed in all of us with Neuralink beaming to space,
Absolutely.
where we don't really even have to think much. The thought of a thought or the flicker of a thought in our body will activate all of our
Yeah.
will at once.
That's what I want is I want to be uploaded, right? I want to be uploaded into
Okay.
I love the idea of this, of being uploaded into the internet and just being Lawnmower Man or whatever. But I just want to get uploaded, and then literally for the rest of eternity, I'll just go to different places on Google Maps and I'll go walk around.
That would be a cool part of being in that circuit,
Yeah.
I guess, is
They
that
just-
you could...
Yeah.
Scientists in some other country just took a dead brain and turned it back on.
Okay.
So
Okay.
What country?
Let's go. China,
And I'll
probably.
tell you if I have a problem with it.
it's never a country that you're surprised by.
No.
It's never like Sri Lanka.
Yeah, it's like
No.
Transylvania.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah. Fuck. Damn.
Transylvania's in Romania.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn.
God,
I just know
Mike,
it as the
Jesus
vampire
Christ.
place.
Or Pennsylvania.
Dracula's
Or
house.
They have the funnel cakes.
They do.
Yeah.
Transylvanian funnel cake.
Chimney cakes, I think they're called.
Oh, chimney
Transylvanian
cakes.
There was a place. This is like a very sad thing that happens sometimes in New York, which is that somebody from like a weird ethnic place
Mm-hmm.
will think that their treat from their home is going to be a good business model.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll open a store dedicated to
Absolutely.
their treat. It'll
Yep.
be like the Transnicestrian pierogi shop, and everybody's
Yep.
like, I don't want to go to fucking Woodside, Queens
Yeah.
for your horrible thing.
No one's ever like, what should we get tonight? The Transascension pierogi shop?
Yeah.
But then Action
Yeah.
Bronson visits, and all of a sudden
Yeah,
it's it's $1 million business.
Fuck, that's good. Yeah, I got some places by me like that. I'm
Where are
in
you?
Astoria, so
Yeah, Astoria is good for
more-
that.
Yeah, we got a couple Albanian places, Burek shops.
I love the Burek.
Love a Burek.
Yeah.
A little meat,
What is
Really
it?
good.
a little cheese or meat pie.
It's kind of like a spanakopita,
Yeah, with like a little
but
phyllo
with
dough.
kind of different ingredients.
You know, like the little the pastry that's like
When I went to go
thin,
watch
thin.
the Croatian,
I mean, I probably
Shooting
do, but the way
blanks.
you're describing it is very
You know,
funny.
the
You're like,
little,
have you ever
You
had
keep
spinach? Have you ever
sticking
had
your fingers
spanakopita
together.
at a
Yeah,
Greek
spanakopita?
diner?
not on
spinach
purpose.
pie?
I mean, somebody might have given
You've
it
definitely
to me.
had this. It's
You've
a
had
very
it.
Probably.
common thing.
I'm not like I try a ton of new things. I just don't know the names of almost anything I enjoy.
Yeah, it's just.
Understood.
Yeah.
Do you know what phyllo dough is?
What?
Do you know what baklava is?
Yes.
The thin.
Layer.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's phyllo
You
dough.
both keep
But
doing
that's what it
that.
is. It's
That's the main
The
thing.
little sticky,
thin, yeah,
the little
thin.
sticky fig.
Well, not sticky, and it's
No.
only sticky because there's honey on it. in
Yeah.
Baklava.
See.
Let's cut to a.
Big yikes.
Dude, are you guys gonna start a podcast and leave
Yeah,
me out?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called Cultured. Andy, you travel. Have you traveled a lot?
Yes.
You have like
Not to
five
Asia, and that's just
I've
because
never
of
been to Asia
personal
either.
disagreement I have with those people. But
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
no, I have been historically bad at flying, and so I haven't taken on the 14-hour, 16-hour
Yeah.
flight. But I've been all over Europe and Central and South America. I'm going to go to
Cool.
Africa this next year.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the longest flight you've done?
Damn.
11, 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I flew to Iceland one time as a bit.
As a bit.
Yeah, I was like, I've been trying to make
For
this
the
show.
miles?
I've been trying to make this show for a long time, which is like just basically awful trips. And in this episode, this is like 8 years ago when I tried this. I fly to Iceland and then I get a call back for a commercial. And so I turn right around.
A call back.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I don't even book the commercial.
That's
I just
awesome.
get a call back.
That's great.
So that's kind of the idea of the travel show I want to do.
Okay.
And so I tried to do that one, but that I had to fly. I think it was 10 there, 12 back, and I did that
Really?
in 36 hours.
Jeez.
Nice. I
Yeah.
did
Okay.
Blood
13
clots.
and a half to Qatar and then 12 and a half to Bali.
Oh, really?
Or
You
it
did
was
Bali?
Yeah, for our
Nice.
honeymoon.
Really?
Yeah, I think it might have been that may have been reversed, but one of those. But yeah, it's
Long.
it's wild.
Mike knows I went to Guatemala like 2 weeks ago to do this
Okay.
thing, and I'm going to keep doing those, which are
What
dumb
was the
trips.
thing?
I went down to it's for this show that I'm making, but I went down to get a blessing from a Mayan deity.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yeah,
Cool.
it looks
Do
pretty.
you feel blessed?
No, no, my no.
Can you
I,
just power zoom on his brow?
I wanted to say like as
No.
it happened, I did feel this kind of like beautiful connection with something ancient.
It's like sun in
And
your
then, like,
asshole.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You did a little cold punch.
And then I got home and my wife was like, "Could you quit comedy and watch our daughter?" And then I was like, "No, I have to do the riot this weekend." And then the guy from the riot was like, "We've sold less tickets than we've ever sold." People asked us to close the comedy club when they saw your poster. And I said, "Well, this is weird because I've been blessed."
This is so bizarre. I did 15 hours to Australia from
Oh, yeah.
LA.
See, that's the one
Fucked.
I want to do. I almost flew to Australia one time to get laid.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a long way to go.
It was real. I didn't do it, thank God.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah.
It's a long flight. 5 hours in, you still got 10
I
left.
drove to Schenectady and felt like such a
Oh.
simp.
For trying to get
for
some
pussy?
pussy?
For pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
I've gone way farther than that. Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Dude, as soon as I got to Schenectady, I was like, what the fuck am I
No.
doing?
Have you guys
here?
ever
I was
done this?
so pissed.
My favorite thing
Yeah.
is like when you're flirting with somebody, or maybe you've like hooked up with them like once, but there's like a distance, and then you decide that you're gonna do like a meetup somewhere. Like this one time, I like hooked up with this girl in Calgary,
Okay.
and I lived in LA,
Yeah.
and then I was like, I'm gonna come back in like 2 weeks, and so then I came back in like 2 weeks, and we like tried to do like a cute weekend. We didn't even have sex that weekend. It was
Okay,
like,
yeah.
like by the end of it, I think I was like sleeping at somebody else's house. I
Hilarious.
was like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is awful.
It never is what you're picturing.
No.
At all.
Yeah. I love it though. The like try to like I'm the constant move too fast. I remember I'd been dating a girl one time for like 2 months. We flew to Spain and then got in a fight in front of like a UNESCO heritage location. I was like screaming at her about how hard she was mad because I hadn't found gluten-free food in Mallorca, Spain.
Oh my god.
And I was like, "Do you know how fucking insane?"
You crazy. We're eating paella.
It was just like the most beautiful
Yeah.
mountains. There was a man pulling a donkey with olives
Right.
all over his back. I'm yelling at a commercial actress.
Hilarious. Yeah, it's tough when you move too fast. 'Cause then
Yeah.
You're just fighting with someone you don't even fucking know.
And then you're like, "Fuck, we're like across the world.
Yeah.
Like I can't just like slam this door and go back to my apartment."
No. You have to do
Yeah,
it.
we have to stay together for
Yeah.
safety.
I feel like that rarely works out. Like meeting, like doing something with someone early like that.
I think it's also a personality type. I think there's plenty of people, they're probably in Tompkins Square Park right now where they can meet up with somebody and they're like, "Oh, we just vibed.
Yeah, from the beginning.
We just vibed and, we don't want to put a label on it, but we are having fun and that is all that's important."
So fun.
Yeah. Those people.
I feel like you got engaged kind of early, right?
Yeah. That was more because of just like,
COVID.
Boredom.
it was like COVID, but also where we were, we were both not like older, but
Yeah.
like I'd been married and divorced and there were certain things we wanted and we both aligned very quickly. It
Yeah.
wasn't like, I don't think we were too Pollyannish about it.
Yeah, that's how my mom is. I mean, once you get older, you just lock it in.
Yeah.
What do you mean? That's how your mom is? Did she just get engaged?
She got married to a guy after dating him for like a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, I feel like
engaged
at some point,
You lock
if your
it in.
goal is to spend the rest of your life with somebody
Yeah.
like that,
And the rest of your life, you
you're
can
gonna,
see.
yeah, they're
the
gonna
end of
hit the
path.
check marks, and you're like,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, let's fucking move in.
Yep. I just can't believe, like, I don't know. I realize how privileged this sounds coming from my situation, but like, I couldn't imagine meeting somebody in my 30s and trusting that I would like them later.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I met my wife when we were kids.
I
That's the
know.
only way I could marry anybody.
Right.
Is if I've just known them through decades and they've seen the evolution of the sack of shit that I am.
Yeah.
And they're still here.
Now you're fertilizer.
Yeah, now I'm just
Exactly, yeah.
batch dumper.
Right.
My wife the other day, I'm not closing the door on 3. I'm like, I am soldering it shut
And-
unless you find a new mule. I'll fucking pump his dick into you. I don't give a shit. And I'll fucking pack you up. I want visitation.
Board up the place. Enjoy.
I can't wait till me and you are both living in Albany.
Yeah, right. Regulars at the bone.
Yeah.
We'll have a sick pod.
I'm gonna work.
studio
I'm gonna
though.
work in that warehouse that I've wanted to work in, the coffee roaster.
Yeah. And I will go back to drinking.
Yeah.
If it all falls apart, just know I'm gonna go back.
Oh yeah.
Hard.
Yeah. Sounds great.
What was I gonna say?
That's how you can. That's how you set. Sorry, that's how you set some nets for yourself in case of failure. Is you at least surround failure by a ton of fun. So
Yeah.
it's like if I fail
Oh, yeah.
and flame out, at least I get to drink and ruin other people's time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if I fail, I'll drink and I'll get fat again.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh
care.
my God, I'll
Don't
get
care.
so
Yeah,
fat.
bring it on.
Yep.
Like the whale. Or the bear? Or the whale, right?
The whale, yeah. My skin will get to its like Irish destiny. The fucking.
Yep.
Your nose will just be a red piece of cauliflower.
Yeah.
One gin blossom.
Yeah.
Broken capillaries all over the place.
Yeah, my eye goes lazy somehow at 55. You're like, you drank so much, your left eye gave up.
I used to do comedy.
That sounds so good.
What were you going to say, Andy?
I don't know. I forgot.
Okay.
I probably started disassociating somewhere in there. It's my biggest problem. You know, if you just think about different things in your schedule or kind of things like that maybe are coming up or like maybe like what the economy looks like in Moldova, just whatever. You just think about something. You can't think about pain, you know?
Yeah.
You just push it out.
Yeah.
Unless the thing is pain. Because every once in a while, I'll think about my car. And Andy
it's
knows I've
still-
had some real car
Oh,
issues
yeah?
lately. And
Still
Still
then
going on?
I had an additional car
Jesus
issue
What was
fucking
it?
as of
Christ.
yesterday.
Jesus
a little
fucking
fender
Christ.
bender.
Really?
Little situation. Yeah, dude. I mean,
Your
I-
fault?
No,
Oh,
it
thank
wasn't.
God.
But I'm driving the car from Tommy Boy right now. I mean, there's like a baby gate holding me in.
Yeah.
It's fucking enraging. Everything is falling off around me. I'm like not accelerating too fast in fear that my engine's gonna drop
it's not
out.
like an old car either. It's
Right.
No, it's an
It's just
8-year-old car.
Fucked.
And
What kind
out
of
of
car?
nowhere, it's a Mazda.
Okay.
A Mazda.
Mazda.
Goddamn Mazda.
Mazda, 8 years old.
No, but it's a nice car.
Yeah.
But what?
SUV?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
and
it's
what, someone ran into you?
It was a whole thing. They were pulling off to the side, a Uber driver,
Mm-hmm.
and as I was going slowly around them, they then immediately stopped and fucking backed up into my
Fuck.
car. Yeah, it was cool. It was a whole thing.
Did you have to exchange?
Yeah, that's my
info and
biggest-
stuff?
Yeah. I put the claim in today.
That's my biggest PSA.
Erase that whole part.
Oh, is this legal? Is that what's going on? This could be.
This is all
Used in
alleged.
court?
I don't even have a car.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's not even a man.
Do you have a car?
No.
What do you do?
I just fucking, I don't know, take the train,
Nice.
fly.
Yeah.
I fly.
That's
I fly
why
every
you live
weekend,
here,
and
too.
then I
I
had
met-
a car. I had a Toyota Corolla, and then fucking total it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You total rolled it?
I total rolled it. And it was on the BQE.
Oh, wow.
Fucking,
Did you
Going
have to
fast?
get out?
I
and,
was
like,
going
stand
fast. I was
next to your-
whining. I might have been looking at my phone. Who knows?
Yeah,
It's-
nobody
yeah.
knows.
Nobody knows.
How many died?
So, 5.
Oh, shit.
5
dead.
5
5
dead.
dead.
Including my family.
You're my family.
Yeah,
my
my
family. My family.
Including my family. But then I was like, I shouldn't have a car. Because by the time I totaled the car, I had 1,600 in parking tickets racked up because I was in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, where
Yeah.
parking is fucking miserable.
God damn, the double parking in
Yeah.
the morning and
Yep.
then going back up to your apartment
Yeah.
and then having
Yep.
to fucking... It was a
Nightmare.
literal war every single day to try to get a parking
Absolute
spot on
nightmare.
alternate parking
And I
days.
stupidly would take it out to shows, come home at 2 a.m. There's no spots. Pop it in
Nope.
front of a fire hydrant. Got to go to work the next
That's so
morning.
weird because it's like pretty easy in Manhattan to park.
Is it not? It's not bad, right?
No.
Because when you drive to shows at night, you can find parking.
Yeah.
Well, there's like they
Right.
don't enforce anything
Right.
at night, so you can just
Right.
park wherever the fuck
Just
you
go
want
wherever.
to. And then I feel like in the residential neighborhoods, maybe it's harder on Upper West, Upper East, but I've never had a problem where we live.
Yeah.
It's just
I
Brooklyn's
mean,
nuts.
I've
Brooklyn
never
and
wanted to have
Queens
a
are
car
nuts.
less than right now. I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, it sucks.
I miss the city now.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because of that, I'm like, I
Yeah.
want to move back.
It sucks. I don't miss it.
I want a bigger car.
What kind of car do you have now?
Tiguan,
I don't even know what that is.
Volkswagen SUV.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Cute. You want bigger?
Yeah.
How big?
Tahoe.
Okay, let's go.
I want to be like a suburban dad.
Yeah.
Go skiing, shit like that.
Yeah,
I want an F-150.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah.
a fucking wide
Texas
set,
edition.
a wide set, fucking raised up.
You can get those
my wife
electric
has
down too.
My wife has trouble getting into it, so I have to thumb her in the ass and lift her up into her seat. You know,
Yeah.
that's the truck
That
I
feels
want.
good. The bench seat seems nice. I do want the bench seat. That seems real fun.
In the back.
No, across the front, like they
Oh,
used to
yeah.
Old school? Old
Have
school?
your have your
Yeah.
gal sit next to you while
Come
you
on,
drive?
That's
yeah,
not
get
bad.
in. No airbags.
That's not bad. My friend used to have like a 1983 Chevy Malibu with a fucking bench seat, and he used to get
Yeah.
handies in it all the time. I was always so
Oh,
jealous.
man.
Oh,
I know.
Good old handy.
that's great.
Yeah, it's tough in a bucket, you know, because you're down. They have to like reach over and
Oh,
down.
yeah. And you got to go over the carp seats.
Yeah.
Or the...
The console.
The console.
Yeah, I don't know why I went thumb
Why,
down.
Yeah, why are they? That's such a weird hand job.
I've gotten a thumb down hand job before. I've gotten a thumb
That
down
seems
hand
like a real
job
carpal tunnel
from
Yeah,
different
absolutely.
from different positions, from somebody laying on the side of me and then also facing me. But both times I was like, I feel like this is not the most efficient way to do this.
Now, is
Yeah.
this gay if we got naked and we put our asses together and then we reached around and we did a hand job backwards, thumb facing the groin, and we just jerked each other off backwards like that? Is that gay?
No, because the thumb is facing the other
Yeah,
direction.
that's what I
It's
thought.
like a clattering.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Not gay.
Maybe that's a
Straight,
68.
Platonic.
Yeah.
You know,
That's it,
that's
yeah.
Yeah.
a 68. Wow.
What's the gayest shit you guys ever did?
Kissed a guy?
Nice.
No shit. Open mouth?
No. Well, I've kissed a guy as a joke like that, but I think me and my friend in high school were like, joking, like, or just being like, I wonder if it would, like, what it would do kind of thing. And we kissed and we were both like, gross.
I mean, that's probably the least gay thing there is. You really checked.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
checked.
Yeah.
It's good to check.
I mean, you know, the classic jerk off in the same room because
Yeah.
we had one VHS.
I mean, we all did that.
Okay, yeah.
What are we gonna do, you
Every
know?
guy's jerked off in the same room
Yeah.
as another guy.
Really?
I feel like
Pre-internet.
girls aren't really flicking their beans together.
No, not at all.
Really?
Not at
Chatterbait
all.
would tell you something different.
Yeah.
Right, and that's reality. We ain't never flick a bean in
Those
front of
poor,
me.
Wow.
those
No.
poor Colombians. They seem happy.
The chatterbaits?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever been on it.
You
What is
haven't?
it? What is it?
It's just like live streaming.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Those are the pop-up ads, right?
Some of them. This
Okay.
one's
Yeah,
pretty
on
normal.
Pornhub sometimes it'll be
Yeah.
like, or it'll be like, meet older women in
I'm
your
such a
neighborhood.
steak and potatoes kind of guy. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's nothing. I can homepage it easy.
Oh,
I
me too.
homepage it all the time, but I just
I'm
found
homepage
this,
as
and then
well.
all of a sudden, I would, you know,
Yeah, you know, when you try a new food and it's
Yeah.
readily available,
it's like a
why not?
room full of Ukrainians all trying to race to squirt on each other. And you're like, all right, I guess this
Okay.
does it for me now.
Right.
It's just Oksana Bayul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's great. Well, this has been a fun time today, you guys.
It really
Thank you
has.
for coming
Did I? Were we gross?
No, it was great.
Okay, good.
It was fire.
I feel like you're kind of a gross. Like you don't.
gross.
I
Yeah.
feel like I could. It'd be hard to weird you out.
No, yeah, no, I'm pretty fucking nasty.
I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm fucked up.
I like how you brought the mic with you.
Yeah, you should know.
I'm disgusting. Where can we find you guys?
Beautiful Boys podcast, available everywhere you listen to podcasts and our YouTube. That
Yeah.
I think I like that way of consuming our podcast the best, personally.
YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely
I
check
think it's
that
good.
out.
It's a
and
visual
Instagram.
show.
Visual
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. And then Andy is what is all your stuff?
I'm Andy Haynes at gmail.com. No, it's just / I'm Andy Haynes on everything. The conjunction, not I am. And then when is this coming out, producers?
1 week, next week.
Okay, April 18th and 19th. Please see me at the Dallas Comedy Club.
Let's go.
And then on the 20th, I'll be setting myself on fire on 6th Street in Austin, right in front of the mothership.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That'll be good. As a form of protest or just for fun?
Just trying to get on the show, you know? I feel like right now I'm not interesting enough, but if I have 3rd-degree burns, although I'm a
absolutely.
shoo-in, and
That's
then all
a
of a
shoo-in.
sudden I'm talking to you with my cell phone. You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Through the miniest hole in your face.
I am Andy Haynes.
Hey, yeah. Well-written jokes through a blowhole.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I have been tempted to go on Kill Tony and act like I'm a retard.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound great?
Yeah.
Just pretend.
I think you should. That'd be awesome.
My
What are you doing on the 21st? Are you in town? You want to do my weed show?
Yes, I do.
You're in.
April
Excellent.
21st. I got nothing, dude. I'm there.
Come by.
I'm
Edibles,
there.
crowd work, super
Okay.
fun.
Is that New York Comedy Club?
At New York Comedy
Let's
Club.
go. That's my
Very
home club.
cool.
Home
Yeah.
club.
Sponsored by Village Sensations, a smoke shop near me up in Rockland County.
And Cinco de Mayo, I'm doing an open mic at the Beacon Theater. If you
Oh, you're
guys
doing
want to
that?
show
You
up,
got,
yeah.
you got on the list? That's cool.
No, I'm one of the producers actually. I'm not doing a set, but
Oh,
I'm-
okay.
yeah,
Great.
it's a show up, go up kind of situation.
It's a bucket thing?
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to buy a drink.
At the Beacon.
You do have to buy a drink.
Yep.
There's only 2,500 spots. So
But you can get your photo in the elevator.
yeah, exactly.
Backstage.
Yeah.
Mike, where else we can find
Oh,
you?
yeah, MikeCannonComedy.com. I'm in Point Pleasant, Uncasville, you name it, all over.
All over the tri-state region.
If there's a place you can drive and the economy's not doing very well, Mike will be there.
If there's a place my
Yeah.
car can barely get to, I'll be there.
Yeah. Uncasville, a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Feels long.
It did
Feels
make it
long.
to Atlantic City, so
Yeah.
I'm
Congratulations.
optimistic. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Congrats.
You. Thanks.
Well, thank you guys. Beautiful Boys Podcast. We'll see you next time on the Madhouse.
Bye.